we've been joined by Gary Nevil, who still has a voice after that. I mean, you did your best trying to be unbiased and kind of fair about the whole thing, but with your Manchester United hat on, it was a fantastic win and a really good performance.
Yeah, it was. There's been many times over the last couple of years where it's been painful, not just a couple of years, but 5 or 6 years, and days like this today have been few and far between. And the players have taken a lot of criticism, and rightly so, because performances like West Ham, Sheffield United, Aston Villa, they're nowhere near good enough. But that's a different level today, and they've shown what they can do. I still think there'll be inconsistency because they're young and they're not performing week in, week out at the same level. But what it does give you is some hope that there's something there that can produce that level of performance, because to come here is difficult. You've
been part of a young group of players, and yes, there were experienced players in there as well, but how much encouragement does a performance and a result like that give you? How much hope can it give you?
It'll give them massive confidence, but I still don't think it changes what United need to do in January. They still need 2 or 3, if they can get experienced players in to bolster that squad, because they need it. They need it desperately. You know, McTominay and Fred have done brilliantly today, and so have that front four, but they just can't do it week in, week out, and that's been demonstrated now over a period of time. So it doesn't change anything today, but it gives them players confidence and just gives Ollie that little bit of breathing space that he can go and win big games like he has done this last 4 days.
Roy, where on the pitch do they need to bring that experience in, do you think?
Well, it's been mentioned, probably the middle of the park. Certainly, they need a helping hand there. Probably more options going forward, because you always think of Man United scoring goals, being on the front foot. They've not been probably scoring enough goals. But I think sometimes that's for another day. You sometimes got to focus on the game that was on today. I said before the show, I don't think beating Spurs was a big deal at home. You know, Spurs, we know their mentality. But I think beating Man City today can only give the players, they're human beings, a lot of confidence. Because they have been criticised, and players don't like to be criticised. Nobody does. But today we have to take our hats off to Man United. Whatever happens in January, next summer, and there's always speculation. When you play for Man United, there is always that in the background about getting players in and question marks over Ollie, etc. But today they were outstanding. To me, it was a Man United performance, and it wasn't just about playing under the counter-attack. I thought the way they managed the game, the way they got blocks in, they showed personality in their performances. Brilliant. I really enjoyed watching it today. To me, that's what Man United is all about. The big question mark now is, of course, they have to be consistent. To be a Man United, but you have to be consistent. You can't just do it once every 2 or 3 weeks. The key is week in, week out. And hopefully these young players will pick up on that. But they do need a helping hand, and hopefully they can get that.